Well, hello, everybody, and welcome to Starry Tarot. Happy Monday to all of you. I hope this week has started off well. For those of you who may be new here, welcome, bienvenue. My name is Sophie. I am your friendly tarot reader for today. If you are returning, welcome back. Good to see you. I hope you are all doing well. All of my donation information can be found at the top of the chat. I can answer any of your questions with the exception of medical and or legal questions. My basic menu starts with a mini reading, which consists of 5 cards, 1 question, and that is $7.77 if you donate using Venmo, Cashapp, or PayPal. If you need to use SuperChat, then it is $9.99. If you are interested in a full reading, that consists of 10 cards, and that can be just 1 question, or it can be divided into 2 5-card mini questions, and that is $14.14. Unless you need to use SuperChat, in which case it is $20.20. Apologize for that. $20.20. If you are interested in an expanded reading, that consists of 15 cards. That can be a 1-card question, or it can be split into 2 questions, 1 10-card question and 1 5-card question, or split into 3 5-card questions. And that is $21.21. And if you need to use SuperChat, it is $29.29. I answer all sorts of questions, lots of romance questions, lots of interpersonal relation questions, lots of questions pertaining to career, finance, spirituality. But I also have other types of readings that I have available on my menu. I'm also a psychic medium. I can communicate with those who have passed on. I can communicate with those who are no longer on this earthly plane. If there is somebody who you are interested in connecting with, it would be an absolute honor for me to read for you. It's an honor for me to read for every reading, for everybody, but I really don't take for granted not just my ability of mediumship, but the trust of my clients and my mediumship. And if that is something you are interested in, please just let me know the name of the person who you are trying to get into contact with, their date of birth, their date of passing, their relation to you. It's not mandatory, but it's very helpful if you can send a photograph, either over Instagram or over email. But again, it's not mandatory. I also offer as I mentioned earlier, I answer a lot of romance questions, a lot of questions related to matters of the heart. And there's a couple of readings that I suggest for that. The first one that I suggest, and this isn't just for romance either, is my soulmate confirmation reading. I've definitely had people do soulmate confirmation readings for people who they weren't romantically interested in, but predominantly people do utilize the soulmate confirmation reading for those who they are romantically interested in. And with that being said, it's not that I don't advise the soulmate confirmation reading for someone who's brand new in your life, but because it's still useful, but I highly recommend it if there's somebody in your life who you've been dating and you're wanting to take it to the next level. You're seeing, if things are going to be going to the next level, wondering if things will be going to the next level, wondering the longevity of the connection, and the meaningfulness of the connection in your life. And we can ask the question in one of 2 ways. The first way we can ask it is we directly ask your angels, messengers, and ancestral spirit guides if the person who you are curious about is indeed a soulmate of yours. If the answer is yes, they will answer why. If the answer is no, they'll answer why not. Alternatively, we can also ask your spirit guides if they give their divine blessing towards the connection in question. And getting your spirit guides' blessing is definitely something very, very special. They don't throw around blessings lightly when it comes to what they ordain as ideal and who and what's best for us. So if you do get your spirit's blessing, it's definitely a big deal and a very fortuitous sign. Also, in the realm of romance, at no additional donation amount, I have a spread that I developed when I first started doing tarot professionally a little over 5 years ago. A lot of my clients refer to it as the OG Love spread. I refer to it as the TFI spread. Whatever the case, it's the same deal, but it answers 3 questions in one, and it can be done with a mini reading, a full reading, or a 15-card expanded reading. And yeah, it answers what their thoughts are towards you, their feelings, their current intentions towards you, as well as their current energies towards the connection and your current energies towards the connection. And again, that's at no additional donation amount. It's more just a suggestion for a reading, especially of a romantic nature. But again, it doesn't have to be of a romantic nature. I've definitely done TFI spreads for people's coworkers, bosses, neighbors, family members, friends. So it's definitely not just a romantic question. It can definitely cover a lot of bases in terms of interpersonal relationships. I also offer past life regression readings. I've been studying past life regression therapy since I was very, very young, basically since I was able to read, and I was involved in past life regression therapy, not professionally, but I've been practicing it almost my whole life. I've been regressed myself. I've regressed others through guided meditation. And then a couple of years into my professional practice, I realized that I was channeling people's past lives, and they are absolutely fascinating. We can ask, with really any intent, we can ask your spirit guides to illuminate and illustrate a past life of yours that can help you navigate this life the most effectively, the challenges that you're facing at this current time. Spirit can illustrate the past life of yours that was your favorite past life, that was the most fortunate. Spirit can also illustrate a past life of yours that was perhaps the least fortunate, had its share of difficulties and struggles and burdens. So that is also, and with those readings, they sound like a bummer, but they're really good for a boost in one's sense of gratitude towards their current life in general. I also offer private readings. I offer 2 different types of private readings for your convenience and for your discretion. The first type of private reading that I offer is my one-on-one Zoom appointments that are by appointment only. You can schedule those with me at my email address posted in the chat, or you can reach out to me over on Instagram and we can set that up. But the way that works, if you haven't had one already, is it is essentially the same setup as this, only it's not broadcast, it's not live streamed. You see me, you hear me, you see the cards on the table, and you can give me all the backstory and context you need. I highly recommend everybody get a private reading with me one-on-one at least one time if you're a regular client of mine, because it always helps me understand you guys much better, and I think helps you guys understand me more as a reader. And I also really recommend, especially recommend it for folks who are dealing with an issue that has multiple layers of questions that need to be answered, or multiple issues in which there's multiple questions that need to be answered, and of course convenience, reasons of convenience, but also discretion, that and privacy that a YouTube live stream just can't offer. And then alternatively, I also offer private readings at no additional donation amount. I do those usually over Instagram, via voice memos, over DMs. Just send me, or typed over email. Just send me your donation with your question, and I can return. I can get back to you at the very latest in 24 hours, but it's usually within 2 to 3 hours. I always have a deck of cards on me, and so the turnaround rate is very quick, and it's convenient as well. If you have a question for me and you don't see me online, you can just reach out to me, and I am available for you. And also, there's that level of privacy as well. Now, they're not one-on-one. If we happen to both be on Instagram at the same time, then we can converse, but within the allotted time frame. But they're not directly one-on-one. That's the difference. Is they're not directly one-on-one like like my scheduled Zoom private readings. So, with that being said, the donation queue is currently open. So, whoever donates next will be read for next. Thank you very, very much. And I forgot to mention, today I am using the beautiful Tarot del Fuego deck by Ricardo Cavallo. I believe this was printed in Spain. Yeah, I believe he's a Spanish artist. Sounds like he's yep, this is definitely from Spain. Beautiful, beautiful deck. Gorgeous artistry and gorgeous depictions of the cards. But yeah, so the donation queue is open. So whoever donates next will be read for first. Thank you. Hey Trina, welcome, welcome, welcome. It's been a very slow night tonight. You are actually the first person here. Hello, hello, hello. Hope you're doing well. Um, so yeah, if you have a question, and you needed it answered, you would be next. So there's no queue, but I am still here. Hope you're doing well, and yeah, happy Monday. Yeah, some nights are super busy. Some nights I'm on for like 6 hours and there's like 20,000 people, and then some nights there's just one or two people. It's ebbs and flows. Thank you so much for your donation, Miss Trina. Thank you, thank you. Let me go ahead and start this. Okay, sorry, give me 1 second here. All right, love. So you just want to know what's coming for you in the future in 2026. Okay, I can absolutely answer that question for you. I do have to preface it with we are in March, as you know, we are in March, and so there's quite a bit of the rest of the year ahead of us, and excuse me, with this being a 5-card reading, it will, and tarot is all about picking up current energies, so with this being a 5-card reading, Spirit's going to highlight the most important things that they feel you should know that will be coming towards you between now and the end of this year. All right, love. And what is your sign again, Trina? Angels, Messengers, and Spirit Guides, what is coming towards Trina for the rest of 2026? Angels, Messengers, and Spirit Guides, what is coming towards Trina for the rest of 2026? Angels, Messengers, and Spirit Guides, what is coming towards Trina for the rest of 2026? Angels, Messengers, and Spirit Guides, what is coming towards Trina for the rest of 2026? Angels, Messengers, and Spirit Guides, what is coming towards Trina for the rest of 2026? Angels, Messengers, and Spirit Guides, what is coming towards Trina for the rest of 2026? Angels, Messengers, and Spirit Guides, what is coming towards Trina for the rest of 2026? Angels, Messengers, and Spirit Guides, what is coming towards Trina for the rest of 2026? Angels, Messengers, and Spirit Guides, what is coming towards Trina for the rest of 2026? Angels, Messengers, and Spirit Guides, what is coming towards Trina for the rest of 2026? And your date of birth is the 24th of April. That is indeed Taurus. Absolutely. Taurus begins, some say the 20th, some say the 21st of April. I say the 21st of April is when Taurus begins, but it's definitely Taurus. Yeah, my brother's April 26th. He's for sure Taurus. All right, love. Let's see what we have here. We have, 10 of Cups, 4 of Swords, 9 of Swords, King of Wands reversed, and Knight of Swords reversed. Okay. So, as with anything in life, with any year, with any month, with any week, there's ups, there's downs, there's better weeks, better days, and sometimes worse days, worse weeks, months, whatever, what have you. And what I'm seeing here is you've got one of the strongest, most powerful, most beautiful cards in the deck here with your first card, this beautiful 10 of Cups, ultimate contentment, satisfaction, wish fulfillment, possible romance. I don't know if you're in a relationship right now. If you're not, it's definitely highly possible that there will be a romantic interest in your life that will satisfy you, that won't be a disappointment. And I don't know if you're employed right now, um, but I am seeing a, I don't see any satisfaction and romantic interest right now. Yeah. You mean right now, right? Because we're talking about like your question was what can I expect for the rest of the year? Um, so yeah, if you're not seeing it right now, that's okay. Um, but it doesn't mean that it's not going to happen between now and the end of this year. I absolutely like that's one of the strongest things I'm seeing here is and between now and March and December, we've got quite a bit of time for you to meet a lovely person who is not just a lovely person, it's someone who's really good for you, a very good match for you, and is on the same page as is going to be on the same page as you. So that is something, and I a lot of people come to me and ask me, what blessings do I have to look forward to? What good things can I look forward to? And I hate answering that question only because tarot will be very blunt. If there aren't many blessings or any blessings coming up, they'll let you know. They'll give you the good, the bad, and the ugly. And this is what I'm seeing here is they're giving the good, the bad, and the ugly. And the good is very, 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 very strong. Again, it's not just like, I mean, there's many happiness cards. There's many cards of wish fulfillment, Seven of Cups, Nine of Cups, but the Ten of Cups, like that is a major one. It's actually a card I've been reading a lot about, um, even though I've been reading for what, like 35, 40 years, or 30 years, I should say. Um, it's been coming up a lot in my dreams and even in television shows and stuff. And so I want to learn like just everything that I can about it. And again, it's often a signifier of romantic contentment, but I think in a more clear concept, it's whatever your idea of ultimate contentment is. If that's if that includes a romantic partner, so be it. If it includes a new job, so be it. If it includes a new move, so be it. But it's whatever your idea of your 10 cups being filled is. Whatever that idea is for you, whatever that vision is, it Spirit is saying that you by the end of this year, you will see it. Now, I usually leave the best for last, but now we're going to get into the nitty gritty of what Spirit wants to thinks is most important for you to know as well for the rest of this year. Um, I asked earlier, or I was curious if you were currently working right now because I am getting energy of, well, starting with this Nine of Swords right here in the middle. This is, I'm not even joking. This is my personal least favorite card in the deck. I take it as like a personal affront. It's anxiety, it's worries, um, it's just anxiety and worries through and through. You're not working, okay. And is that a source of worry or anxiety for you? Because I'm trying to figure out what this Nine of Swords is leading to because I had it. Yeah, you are anxious. Okay, okay. Um, and I don't know if you're looking for work. I don't know if you have recently left a job. I don't know, and you don't have to tell me your whole job situation, but I can see quite a few things here. Um, with this Knight of Swords reversed, it's very overwhelming. It's not just anxiety provoking the idea of finding employment, but it's also it's very. I am kind of looking for work. I applied. Okay, have you applied at multiple places or just one? Because Spirit is also saying there's some advice here as well. Um, they're acknowledging that it, and correct me if I'm wrong, but to multiple, that's wonderful. That's great. Diversification and consistency is key here, and I'm going to get to that in a moment. But with this Knight of Swords reversed, Spirit is acknowledging that, and of course, if this is causing you anxiety, um, I think it stands to reason that your thoughts in regards to this matter would be very scattered and difficult to like focus in on just one thing. Like, okay, I'm going to focus on looking for a job of this. I don't know if you're looking for just one particular type of job or if you're looking at different career options. But there's just a lot of information and a lot of decisions you need to make that there's, how do I put this? It's like there's so many variables that you would almost rather somebody else make the decision for you, you know? And I've definitely been there. And with this King of Wands reversed and this Four of Swords, Spirit is saying two things. And this is not my opinion. This is not me telling you, Trina, you're not looking hard enough. That's not what I'm. That's not my opinion. That's not my place to say. Again, you mentioned that you applied to multiple places. To me, that sounds great. That sounds like you're definitely on the right track. And speaking of being on the right track, I'm also not seeing anything about you being on the wrong track here. So that's good news. However, while you are on the right track, you've got, you know what you need to do. Spirit is being kind of that strict teacher or like relative or mentor who's saying, hey, I acknowledge that you're looking for work and you've put in the work that you have, but you're not doing enough. And I don't know if that means that they feel that you're not putting enough time into your searches, if they feel that you're not applying to enough places, if they feel like you're not looking as maybe in alternative alternative like new ideas for like possible work opportunities. But Spirit is saying you're on the right track, but if you could ramp it up a little bit, at least even just a little bit, this Nine of Swords energy would definitely begin to dissipate, and eventually go bye-bye. And with this Four of Swords, I mentioned that part of what this King of Wands reverse is suggesting is do more in terms of looking for work. What's the worst thing that will happen? I'm not seeing. I'm not seeing a worst thing that's going to happen to you, love. I'm not seeing a tower moment. I'm not seeing a huge shift. There's nothing here that's telling me that something major and worrisome is going to befall you. If there was, I would tell you. You know me. I've read for you before. I'm very transparent. I tell the truth. That's what I'm here for. I wouldn't withhold anything from you. I'm not seeing anything befalling you. What I'm seeing is a message of, at least by the end of this year, you're likely going to. I think it's a romantic nature. I think you're going to find a romantic connection that's going to be very satisfying. I also think you're going to find a new job, but it does require you doing either one of two things or both. Putting just some more effort into your searches, more time, more putting in applying for more jobs, searching more, networking more, and also not limiting yourself to just one particular idea as to what type of work you're looking for, what direction you'd want to go. And that's what leads me to this Four of Swords here. Four of Swords being meditation, reflection, taking a mental step back to analyze the direction that you want to go. Visualize the ideal job that you would like to have and what it would look like and what it would entail. And the clearer, and I'm not saying you don't have a clear idea of what you want to do. You very well might, but the clearer your vision of what you want to do is, the easier it is for Spirit to help facilitate that on the other side. Like, what I hear a lot of time from Spirit is like meet me halfway. Like they often request my clients, like, you know, I just need you to meet me halfway. Like, we'll help you, but we need you to meet us halfway. And what I'm getting right now, the sense that I'm getting right now is like you're meeting them like a quarter of the way, and that's great. But they need you to meet them halfway. And I think part of that also is having just a very clear concept, a very clear vision of what it is. Is there any sign that I will lose anyone? No, no, not from. I mean, we only pulled 5 cards, um, but I certainly did not see any cards of losing someone. No, no. I don't know if that's something that you've been suspicious about or worried about. Um, but I wasn't. I didn't see any card like the 8 of Cups or anything like. I mean, I'm thinking of cards, you know, right off the top of my head. There's so many cards that indicate someone leaving someone or something coming to an end, and I'm not seeing that. Um, I would tell you. I would tell you. Again, it is just 5 cards, so you know that's only so much information that spirit can provide in 5 cards. But at the same time, if you are to lose someone, I think that's something that they would mention. Um, but it also wasn't something that we directly asked at the same time. But I'm definitely not seeing that in the cards. Um, so yeah, that is what I am seeing for you, Miss Trina. Thank you very much for your donation, love. I appreciate you, and I hope I brought you some clarity, in your journey here. And by journey, I don't just mean in the job search, but in life in general. Yes, you are very welcome. You are very, very welcome, Trina. Thank you, and you have a lovely, lovely rest of your day. You're. I'm not going to dox where you live, but you don't. You live in a different country, which I believe is daytime right now for you. So have a wonderful rest of your day, love. Next time I will ask if I am gonna lose anyone or not. Okay. Yeah. If that, especially if that's a concern of yours or a worry of yours right now, you know, if you've had some kind of inclination or suspicion or I don't know, hunch that that might happen, then that's a very valid question to ask. Um, and yeah, I'd be happy to answer that for you anytime. Thank you. Thank you so much again, love. All right, so the donation queue is once again open. So if you have a question that you would like to have answered this evening, I am still here and happy to take your questions. Thank you. All right, everybody. It's that time of night. You never know. I never know because I've done this so many times. I always do I try to do a last call for all donations at the end of my live stream, at the end of my 2-hour point. And I can't tell you how many times people have slipped in through the cracks, like right at almost the 3-minute point. So it is last call for all donations tonight. Last call for any and all donations, questions tonight. I will not be on tomorrow. And I will also not be on Wednesday. Oh, wait. Yes, I will not be on Wednesday either. So if you have a question, I highly recommend that you ask it now, because I will not be on for the next couple of days. Again, if you have a question that you need to ask me, you always can send me your donation anytime, and I can answer your question usually within about 2 to 3 hours. But it is the last call tonight for any and all donations. Thank you very, very much. Last call, everybody. Last call tonight for all donations. If you have a question for me, just send in your donation and we can get going. Otherwise, I will not be on tomorrow and I will not be on Wednesday either. Last call, everybody. Last call tonight for any and all donations. Thank you. Last call, everybody. Last call for any and all donations tonight. Thank you very much. Yeah, I don't have my schedule before me. I don't actually know if I can come on Thursday either, but I will also do my very best as usual. Alright, it looks like everyone is happy and taken care of. Thank you all so very much. And I will hopefully see you guys on Thursday. Bye.